Hello, from me, Jackie Aronson. I'd like to tell you about an upcoming tax webinar that I'll be presenting for the tax faculty on the very important issue of capital gains tax. 2026 marks the 25th anniversary of the introduction of capital gains tax, and the very nature of the tax means that in many instances, the longer one holds on to assets, the greater the possible capital gains tax exposure is going to be on the disposal of those assets. And so we see that capital gains tax is becoming more and more of a tax issue as time goes on. Not only that, but there are various different tax transactions that are becoming more prevalent in the current era. For example, when people cease to be a tax resident, we have a deemed disposal of assets. We also have a deemed disposal of assets on a person's death, and there are various rules that go around that. And then, of course, we have issues around the holding of crypto assets and even other international investments. Where does that leave an investor? Not only that, but what about business transactions? What about the denial of capital losses in certain instances? What about the sale of a small business? What happens in that situation? And of course, what is most topical are the changes that were announced in the 2026 budget speech around the various abatements and thresholds. So it's a good time to update ourselves on the capital gains tax legislation. I'll be covering an overview of the main provisions, and then we'll be digging into some of the specialized transactions and the unique transactions, and to uncover what is the tax risk in those various transactions to enable you to be in a good position to evaluate your business exposure, personal financial exposure, and also to enable you to advise on these various aspects to your clients. So I hope it's going to be a very useful webinar for you, and I look forward to having you join us then. Thanks. Bye.